interview practice. So for the interview, everybody has one opportunity to present yourself about your communication skill, logic thinking, as well as your problem solving ability during the interview. So the first page here takes us to the interface, which is the company that's outsourced, getting the job outsourced from Sauder. It's called VID. So the first step here, we go scroll down and open the tab here. It says Open Recorder. This gives us a chance to allow us to fix the camera, fix the microphone, to make sure that we can hear ourselves before we actually start recording. So for this, it's not going to be counted as in part of the interview, so don't have to sweat about it. Just be hello, hello, and then see if you are at the right angle, camera catches you and nothing else, as well as you can hear yourself loud and clear. Be counted as in part of the interview. There you go. Pretty good. So if it doesn't, you can go and re-record yourself as many times as you wish. And then moving forward, you need to check all these boxes. Doesn't really matter what they say. It's the only way to proceed. And then this takes us to page number 2, which is the mock question. So for this one, it says clearly here that this is going to be presented in a similar format, which means this is going to be in the same format as the actual interview, the 2 formal questions. However, this question has been the same since the interview came up in 2014, and you have up to 3 times to answer this question in order to practice yourself about your time management and make sure they're comfortable with where everything is. You need to see the time, the controlling buttons, and everything else. But as it says here, this will not be counted as your final evaluation. So no need to worry too much about this. As well as we scroll down, we see this is one of our tester, Mr. Handsome Man. And then we click Open Recorder. That takes us to the first question, which is the mock question. So before the question, we can see the time tab over here gives us 5 seconds to prepare, ready to hear the question, and then it will play.
Describe a situation when you had to go above and beyond the call of duty in order to get something done. Describe a situation when you had to go above and beyond the call of duty in order to get something done.
All right, so each question, they will be read twice before it goes to 30-second countdown of your preparation time. Same thing, even though if you're doing it yourself, you can see the camera on your laptop, your computer is going to be on, the light is going to be green, but it's not going to start recording until you hit the tab here, start record, or the time goes off to 0 and then it starts automatically. You have 1 minute and 30 seconds to answer your question. You can cut your result shorter, but cannot be longer. So after 3, 2, 1, bang, now we're starting. So, and then here, if you finish earlier, you can click on this button and exit the interview. And if you should stay, 90 seconds is your maximum. So for this question, they ask you about a time that you went above and beyond the call of duty to get something done. Which means, for example, if you go to the Four Seasons Hotel, you want to have, let's say, McDonald's at Bora Bora. But in the island of Bora Bora, there's no McDonald's. So what they did actually for Tom Cruise was they flew out a chopper to get McDonald's from the nearest island and brought it back. For a $5 worth of meal, they spent a lot of money. So that could be something you do. So the Four Seasons went above and beyond, right? So in your case, you can answer that as well. For instance, I can say, I went above and beyond the call of duty to get something done during my math course. I was given a job to complete a presentation for the course that we're learning. Through this process, I believe including computation, namely Python program, would make my chart and presentation more attractive and more accurate. Therefore, I went above and beyond, went out of my way to learn about Python program through online platforms, and then incorporated it into my presentation. In the end, I was able to present my presentation very good, and I achieved the A+ on that course. I'm glad I had the creativity and everything to get everything done. Okay, just as it says, when the time runs out, it closes automatically. So make sure that you manage your time and do not overrun the 1 minute and 30 seconds. 1 minute and 30 seconds could be less, but no more. And here you can hear yourself and see your performance in your practice questions, but not in the actual interview. Again, you have an opportunity to see yourself during the practice questions, but not the actual interview. Bang! Now we're starting. So, and then here, if you finish, all right. So here you have a chance to look at yourself, and then to correct if you're, your body language, your posture, your how you pronounce, and you might be a little nervous. That's okay. Most people are nervous. Just make sure you sit straight, look into the camera, and you have 30 seconds. So if you really want to type something up or use a reference sheet, it is okay as well. For example, something that you can stick to your screen, or another Word document that you can open simultaneously aside from this one. So moving forward, we're gonna click all the boxes. Again, this one you can record 3 times, but we're not gonna go to that. Check all the boxes before we move forward. So we click on next, and this takes us to stage number 3, which is the formal question. Question number 1. You will only have 1 attempt to record your response. If you make a mistake, take a breath, remember to relax, and continue to answer the question. Yeah, whatever. So this one, you have only 1 time to record it, and they will test you on various questions. So Sauder, like every other business school who does this video interview, they have a question bank, right? They have a question bank. So to access that question bank, you can go through online forum, or you can email us to our customer services people below. We do have a Sauder interview course that we have all the questions from previous years as well as this year that we can provide to you during our interview training course. We're located in Vancouver, BC, Richmond, BC rather, but we can offer this course online as well, wherever you are. Alrighty, so we click on Open Recorder. That takes us into the first formal question. Again, 5 seconds, and then it will play twice before we go to the 30 seconds preparation time. So this is the
Describe a job or project that required you to be creative or innovative. What did you do, and what was the result?
All right.
Describe a job or project that required you to be creative or innovative. What did you do, and what was the result?
Okay, same thing. This is one of the questions that we will help students to prepare during the interview course. So this one, they ask you about a time that you were being creative or innovative. Think about it. This is the business school, so you don't want to go into too detailed about technical stuff. It's about how you came up with an innovative idea, right? Your creativity, and why were you creative? How did you came up with that idea? That's very, very, very important. So we're gonna wait for the 30 seconds to run out, and then take us to the recording. Hi, to answer this question, I overcame a challenge with a creative idea during a past project that was taken last year. My job was to work as a cultural sensitivity trainer in the local tourism business to teach the Canadian staff about Chinese culture in order to make sure that they welcome and provide excellent service to Chinese customers and guests while they arrive into Canada. So at first, I was trying the conventional approach to teach them about the Chinese history, the culture, the language. However, I found that really boring. So after a lot of research, I really realized that what I could have done is put on a little presentation and allow all the trainees to come in and take roles in this presentation. So what we did is like a Shakespeare play. We created a stadium and then invited part of the employees to come up and take part in this play. By doing so, we allow people to get involved and gain new perspective about how the Chinese culture was gradually founded and how it works. In the end, the training project was very successful, and I am very glad that I was able to come up with a creative idea to cure the problem. I believe by constantly research, thinking outside of the box, and never gave up on my goal was what helped me to become creative. All right, so that's how we answer that question right on time, and then that's question 1. So normally they'll test you a question on 2 parts. Number 1, the first part is about the story and experience, and the other part would be a logic question. Test you on your understanding of a certain point, trait, or if you're a university transfer student, you probably have taken business behavior, organizational behavior course. So in that course, you will cover a lot of the concepts they often test you on. For example, like leadership, right? All right, so this takes us to our final question, the question number 2. Same old. We just open recorder, and then it will pop up another interface, and then 5 seconds. It shows me. Hello. Right. Okay. Like this.
What one quality do you have that will help you succeed? Explain how it has helped you in the past. What one quality do you have that will help you succeed? Explain how it has helped you in the past.
All right, the question goes, what one quality do you have that will help you succeed? How has it helped you in the past? So they're asking about the quality of yours and how has it helped you in the past. So this is a story question. It's a story about when you accomplished something and what trait of yours stood out during your actions, and so that in your future studies at Sauder or maybe your future business career, it will help you to become successful as well. So this is our thinking logic, and this is also another story that we help to prepare our students. All right, let's go. Hi, I believe persistence and confidence is the quality that will help me become successful in the future. I remember when I first came to Canada in 2011, I was struggling with conversational English. Just like every international students, Chinese students to be specific, we are very good at written, reciting, as well as emailing other people. However, when it comes to a human interaction in person, or especially when I have to get on a phone call, I was extremely nervous about my speaking English. So to overcome that challenge, at first what I did was I started to spend half an hour every day with my homestay parents. While I'm talking to them, I would take a notebook to take notes on parts that they correct me or words that I didn't understand during the conversation. Furthermore, I took part in a local activity called Toastmaster, which allowed people to go on stage one-on-one and deliver an impromptu speech on a random topic that was given on the day of the event. And lastly, during our lunch break at school, I would always make sure that I involve myself with local students, try to interact, learn about their common topics, as well as to practice my English and do not be feared to be laughed at. By constantly doing so in 6 months, I was able to overcome this challenge, and I am currently very confident with my speaking English. I believe this is the one quality that will help me become successful. All right, so that's all the questions, and then if you after completing that, again, unfortunately you can't see yourself in your performance. So what you can do is just like what I'm doing, you can do a screen recording, or you can ask a friend of yours to record yourself, and then you click on complete, and that will take you to your final stage, which is thank you very much, you have completed your stuff, and then there will be this link is where you want to copy to your personal profile, and that is how you do your Sauder interview. Good luck, and if you have any questions about our interview training course, feel free to email us our customer service to the email down below, which is education@rtaedu.com. Thank you very much, and see you on the next